channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. It is Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah? Big weekend plans?
Yes, it is. No, just just the Super Bowl. Watching that, I got Max and I don't know if I'm picking them up today or tomorrow, and then we'll be playing some old school Madden to get ready for the game. Then we'll probably hit the fitness center. We'll probably throw the ball around. We might venture out and do some other fun stuff. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't like to plan. I'm not big on planning stuff, so
Right.
I like having it where I just have options. Like if I don't pick Max up, I got options. I got stuff I can do.
Right.
Yep, or I can do nothing, which is what I usually opt to do. But it's fairly open. What about you? What do you got going on?
Let's see. A couple of things to do today, and then lucky for me, it's my annual chauffeur day, where I get to chauffeur Cindy over to the golf show in Grand Rapids.
So good for you.
Yeah, and the biggest pile of crap about this whole thing is that this is a little awkward to have to admit because I never thought I would be that guy. However, there is a problem with our annual trip to the golf show today because there's a thought here that paying for parking is forbidden.
Oh, hey, yeah, I totally understand that.
I get it. Nobody likes to pay for parking, although it does move the economy and people invest in parking structures to make a living, right? All right. So, but paying for parking is just not going to happen. So I either have the option of driving over to the west side and parking in some, it might be okay neighborhood. It
questionable neighborhood.
Questionable. It's not the west side I grew up in.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
No, it's not the west. No. It's not just, Twin Lake.
Well, no, it's not that
Twin
either.
Lake.
It's not that either at all. But I have a distinct set of memories from the west side. Most of them are alcohol-fueled teenage jackass memories. However, as we all remember back in our youth, things looked better back then. So
yes, it did. Yeah.
Right. So now that Big Boy is gone, I really have nowhere to get strawberry pie, which was my go-to when Cindy was at the golf show. And this is where I'm looking at myself going, have you really turned into the guy that goes for pie and coffee at a Big Boy when you're
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Although, wait, I think they might. I don't know if that Big Boy is still in business. I think they are closed.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I either get to go sit at the Y parking lot and watch people go in and out of the Y, which that's always you're always kind of like,
oh yeah, great time.
Or I could go to a neighborhood, and that's what it is. I could go to Frank's Market. I could. The thing of it is, though, is when you're doing the golf show, you have to wait for the text that says, I'm on my way out the door. And when that text comes,
you got to be there.
You're mashing the gas and getting your ass to the door.
Right.
Yeah. So
you don't want to venture too far away.
That's it. Right. It's not like I drive up to my mom and dad's in Sparford Springs and, oh, I'm coming out. Well, I'll be there in 20 minutes. No, you won't.
Maybe grab a coffee with the old man. Hey, Dad, you want to meet me wherever? Well, no, he could drive. He could drive down, meet you at the. Oh,
he's too old.
The former
he can't drive into
Beaners.
Well, yeah,
he can't drive.
What he can do.
What are you talking?
Hey, Dad, pour a thermos full of coffee and drive downtown.
You got nothing to do. You're retired.
Don't you have that old thermos you used to take fishing with us?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be running the roads to the golf show today.
Okay, good for you. And nice shirt, by the way. It's solid. I don't know if the peoples could see the Joe Pesci.
Funny how.
Do you remember it's got to be about 10 years now. Back at the radio station when we interviewed comedian Jim Brewer. It was just before Laugh Fest.
Yeah, and
he was talking about because he used to do the Joe Pesci show on SNL because he did a great impression of Joe Pesci. And I remembered watching in the early 2000s, Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro actually came on the show.
I saw that. Yeah, that was
and
great.
It was and you could tell Pesci hated the impression. And I remember I was like, I gotta ask Jim about it. And Jim fessed up and said, "Oh yeah, Pesci did not like it. He was not.
You
It
know,
was in. It's one of those when you're that guy and you've kind of been made fun of. That's kind of been your career, but you've got that Italian
yeah.
kind of
Honestly,
mindset.
you bring that up.
It's interesting.
I feel terrible about this. I did not remember having Jim Brewer in the studio.
Oh, he wasn't in the studio. We had him on. That was on the phone.
Oh, wasn't on the phone? Okay.
We record. Right. Yeah, we recorded that.
Here's the thing, and what I don't remember, and it's terrible that I have to say that, but after all these years, it all runs together. And
yeah.
To stop and think that I don't remember talking to Jim Brewer, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about the smear in my head about, and you know, we've talked about this in the past too, that I have a hard time talking to people about my career in the past. That's one of the reasons why, right? How do you forget talking to Jim Brewer about crap like
especially
that?
When
and I was already sober. It's not like I was drunk.
Right.
But
it's just, you don't think about it.
But
the only reason I remembered it is because of your shirt, and then I was thinking about Goodfellas, and then I was thinking about.
Isn't it crazy how it all runs together over 30 plus years?
You've been in it a little longer than I have, but still, I mean, it's.
I was walking through the mall, and I heard "Closing Time" by Semisonic.
Oh God, yes!
I remember. The only thing that came to mind, how bad they smelled when they came into the studio to play their. You know, you bring them in for a concert. They're going to come in and play acoustically. I don't know where the hell they came from the night before they came to the radio station.
But it's early morning and they're a rock band.
Oh, no, it wasn't early morning.
Wait, that was at night.
Thing. No, it was an afternoon.
Yeah,
midday.
Okay, so they were just getting up.
Yep. So they come strolling in. They had to have slept in their clothes. They had to have gotten on that friggin' bus in Dubuque or wherever the hell they were and drove straight through. And they just reeked.
Of course. But dude, you've been around radio people. Like,
I know.
Radio people don't smell that good.
Well, I'll give you
the vast majority. You know, the vast majority of them
close to radio people for past
still,
5 minutes in the studio. All right, have a great day. Go screw yourself. You know.
I mean, we started back in the day whenever
uncomfortable exchange when you pass each other in the studio, and it's like, yeah, you're an asshole, and I hate you too. But
well, see, I got along with all the people I worked with.
I did too, but you got your.
If they didn't like me, I didn't know, or didn't care. So
you pass. I'd pass a couple of guys over the years in the exchange or in the hallway, and I would think to myself, "You son of a bitch! How did you get this job over me? I bust my ass for nothing, and you're here? Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm sleeping on floors and eating garbage. You got the job I was supposed to get. You
okay?
How am I funny? How am I funny? Come on, funny.
So you got the Joe Pesci in you. You're perpetually overlooked Andy O'Reilly.
How do you feel about 12 stories up in flight?
Yeah. Oh man.
All right.
Let's get into it. Well, most American adults believe air travel is safe in the U.S., despite recent debates about whether aircraft are being properly maintained. 7 in 10 say planes are a very safe or somewhat safe method of travel. Only 2 in 10, though, have a great deal of confidence in air travel. It should be 100% that you feel safe, because this is still, despite some of the issues that certain airlines may or may not be having, I mean, it's the safest method of travel. And I'm saying this as somebody who has an irrational fear of flying. I will fly. I haven't flown in 20 years. I will fly. I just don't like the experience. I'm a nervous flyer, but that is I understand that it is an irrational fear, and that the safest method of travel, also the most expensive, is air travel. So people kind of need to get over it.
Comes from your lack of control.
When you're 100%.
So that tells me a little something about you. You're a control freak.
But I'm in a car. I'm fine. I don't mind not driving in a car. I prefer not to drive. No, I don't mind riding in the car. I'm not a nervous rider.
All right.
Except Alexa used to drive too fast in the snow for me, and I used to kind of grab the.
I don't like that either.
The oh shit bar.
Yeah,
and
I don't like that either. But I'll tell you what, with these airline problems and things like that, I'm just going to say, I'm going to stick with my normal argument about this idea of a company coming first and the bottom line. Air safety is a pretty good spot not to cut corners.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. And what they'll do is they'll just add more seats. Well, and they'll pump everybody in there. It's less comfortable to travel now, despite all the accoutrements.
And an airplane today is like riding a city bus to another point. It's no fun. There is nothing pleasurable about getting in coach on an airline anymore.
Fortunately, I have no interest in I'm not big into travel just in general. Like Max literally has flown more in his 14 years than I have in my 51 plus, almost 52 now. So, it's I don't care.
Travel tip.
Sure.
Next time you're flying, I want you to pay very close attention to what happens around you. And as you're coming home, let's say you got a couple of stops on your way home. You'll land and stop. Let's say you go to Rio de Janeiro. Fantasy trip.
Yeah, will never happen. But
it'll never happen, and it doesn't need to. But that's beside the point. You go to Rio, everything's beautiful. You see the big tall Jesus up there on the mountain, and you're like, oh my God, doesn't that remind you of Jesus? And then you make your way home. And your first stop is in Dallas. Your second stop is in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You finally land in Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
On your way home, I want you to take note of how the group changes stop by stop by stop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're in Rio de Janeiro. There's beautiful color. There's beautiful language. There's people from all over the world, and it's wonderful, right? You get in Dallas. Yeah, still some color, still some people from the world. People are okay, great. By the time you're in Chicago and heading back to Grand Rapids, it's nothing but pissed off white people in flannel shirts with basic lights in their pockets.
My people, although not pissed off. I'm not, those are the people that
I'm like, we're going to go back to Michigan. This sucks. I just left Rio de Janeiro and it was a mustard spray.
Well, see, I wouldn't be that way. I would be in thank God I'm home and out of Rio. I just don't, and I like beaches, but
again, it's a hypothetical situation.
Yeah,
I don't need your analytics on Rio. It was just
No, I'm just in my head going, how would I feel about this? Because I'm trying to put myself in that experience, and I think I would be happy to be getting home.
All right, well, there you have it. So, if you're happy around the flannel shirts and basic lights,
I do like the flannel shirts. I don't know where you're anti-white. I don't know why you developed this
anti anything.
You're one of those. You're just a self-hating Caucasian. But that's okay.
No, I'm an observant Caucasian.
Moving on. As more states legalize gambling, sports books are expected to see a record number of bets on Super Bowl Sunday. The American Gaming Association projects a record $23 billion in wagers on the big game. Frisco, now I've heard 1.5. Now I think it's 2.5 point favorite over Kansas City. Feels like the smart money's on Kansas City. It feels like too obvious a bet, but I think Vegas is banking on the anti-KC, anti-Taylor Swift sentiment. So if you're going to invest in this game, your best bet is Kansas City, although I think San Francisco's the better team. So this should be a great game regardless.
And let me tell you this.
I don't know. If
you're going to bet against Kansas City because of Taylor Swift being a game,
that's what.
You're as dumb as they get. If that's going to be your motivation to make a bet.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, from an investment standpoint, but I think that might be because a lot of people, and these are bad investors, bad gamblers. People are bad with their money in general. Make emotional bets. So there's reason to bet on San Francisco. There is reason to bet against the Chiefs. That doesn't have anything to do with Taylor Swift.
I think San Francisco because that Taylor Swift is there, and I don't want to see her on TV no more.
I just don't. I think what that is, you get fatigue. Part of it is fatigue with the Chiefs because they've won a lot, and it feels like this will be their fourth Super Bowl appearance. They're 2-1. It kind of feels like the same thing a lot of America had with the New England Patriots. It was Tom Brady fatigue. Now it's Patrick Mahomes fatigue and Taylor Swift. I mean, this is what I found interesting about the back and forth because I don't give a shit one way or the other. I don't dislike Kansas City because of Taylor Swift. I am neutral on Taylor Swift. But I've never seen a group of people more angry about somebody who has nothing to do with them. It's got her success or how often she's on TV has got nothing to do with you. And I've also never seen so many people on the other side feeling like they've got to come to the defense of a billionaire pop star.
It's
just the whole thing.
Listen
from
to me
both
and trust me on this one. This is manipulation being played out by people who want to divide us from outside of this country. And guess what? I'm not shitting you. What's so funny?
That's a little silly, dude.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry. I get the other stuff.
Laugh all you want. Laugh all you want.
There's no conspiracy involving Taylor Swift getting people to hate Taylor Swift. It's just people get fatigued. People have perceptions. People like her for certain reasons. Don't like her. It's not being fooled. It's not being okay. Now who's the conspiracy theorist?
I am. Now and I can tell you right now.
Where's your tinfoil hat?
I'll get one.
Come on,
dude.
It's silly.
It's being fueled. It's divisive, and it's being paid for.
I think a lot of it. I think a lot of the Taylor Swift blowback is just it's over when somebody. It feels like somebody's on all the time. You see her everywhere now.
I don't.
And it's just it would go. It doesn't matter who the artist is.
I'll tell you what.
It doesn't matter who the artist is.
I'll tell you what. You're right, and it doesn't matter who the artist is. But I'll tell you what.
Or who the artist is perceived.
If you were seeing Taylor Swift everywhere, she would be on The Price is Right at night. She would be on the Today Show every 3 days.
Different.
She would be doing the circuit on Good Morning America and blah blah blah. I think Taylor Swift is remarkably reserved in her public appearances outside of the concerts.
I would say that's probably true because I think that's the Midwest part of her. That's
you keep
just
seeing.
That, I'm assuming.
You keep seeing it propagated on social media. You keep seeing the same thing rehashed over and over. You keep seeing this fuel put into the fire because it's a scab that people want to pick at. I'm telling you right now.
People like to do it. Yeah,
dude.
People like to do that.
Trust me.
But I don't think this is some conspiracy I don't think there's some
conspiracy at all. It's real.
Conspiracy to divide the nation. No, the nation's already divided, and I just think it's not because of who she's perceived to be aligned with. They align people on the right align her with Biden. They align her with it, whether it's true or not. And if she were a Trump supporter, the people who love her now would hate her. They would. 100%. It would go the other way. You believe that, right? If
I do believe that, but that would be fueled too.
Yeah,
that would be a fueled topic
the other
too.
way. There you go.
All right.
Finally, gas going up across the state of Michigan. Average price at the pump $3.21 a gallon, 35% or 35-cent increase from January. National average at $3.16. People are just driving more. The weather's nicer. It's just how these things occur. Sports. Pistons 2 in a row. They beat Portland 128-122. They improved to 8-43 on the season. Sparty set to take on Illinois Saturday at the Breslin Center to try and shore up that NCAA tourney resume. And as we mentioned, Super Bowl Sunday, 6:30 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. Chiefs, Frisco. I think I'm going to go with Frisco.
6:30, you say, huh?
I think they're the better team. But hard to bet against Mahomes. Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll be watching if So let's move on. I know.
I just don't know if I can make that.
Dude, I can't. I can't have this discussion with you again. Your man card has been permanently revoked and set on fire, never to be reissued again. So it doesn't matter. Do what you're going to do.
Holidays and observances for 1,200.
All right. Let's do it.
After yesterday,
holidays and
let's
observances.
make sure you got the category.
Holidays and observances
because
for
1,200. Somebody's attention span isn't
holidays
where it needs
and
to be.
Observances. Holidays and observances.
I think somebody's thinking about his.
Already got it.
No, well, I just want to make sure you're not thinking about your illegal channels you watch on your phone. All right. 1,200. Bob Hope famously quipped, "The Academy Awards, or as it's known at my house, is this Jewish holiday." This is
Oh
a
God, it's one of
self-deprecating
two.
Jewish joke.
Yes. Hanukkah or Yom Kippur?
Okay. Either one?
I'm going with Hanukkah.
How about
But it
Passover?
can't be Passover.
Let's say-
Passover! That would make more sense. God, I'm an
See?
idiot. Why didn't I go with Passover? Jesus.
So yesterday, and I had really no plans on talking about this.
Damn it.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. 12.
What were we? What?
I gotta get the
I thought we
numbers
were
down
done.
there first. But yesterday, and this will help you. This is something. This is one to vacillate on over the weekend.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was teaching sixth graders reading comprehension,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give you a little tip like I gave them yesterday. Sometimes in our reading, there are key words around other words.
Yes, I know. I get it.
Okay.
Yes.
In this case,
Self-deprecating. I should have done it.
the Academy Awards is known at this Jewish holiday. So
I should have.
Now, a sixth grader might not know Passover.
Yeah.
Somebody
I
who
know
took
Passover,
religion
and
class in college and paid for it,
You're
you
right.
should know that.
That's on me. Hey,
That's on you.
This is totally on me.
All right.
So wasn't your shitty
if I were
question?
you, I would go break
You're
out a Torah and
rambling
get to work
through
over
it.
the weekend instead of your nonsense
No.
football and health club. And
My nonsense. Me with 300 plus other Americans enjoying a national holiday.
All right,
which
you
is what
enjoy
it should
that,
be.
and we'll see you back here.
Happy Friday, Muskegon. Skies will clear out today, and temperatures will stay pretty warm still, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Like I said, sunshine will return for your Friday with mostly sunny skies expected, especially during the afternoon hours. Rain will be possible, though, once again, Friday night into early Saturday morning, but it's definitely not likely. Best chance of rain will stay to the south of us, with cooler temperatures arriving after that brief period of rain for Friday night, so the weekend will be cooler, with temperatures falling back down into the 30s, but we will likely stay dry. Temperature-wise, today will be near 50 degrees, so a little bit cooler than it was yesterday, but still will stay well above average for this time of year, well into the 40s. So for your Friday, expect a high of around 48 degrees with mostly sunny skies, especially during the afternoon hours. Winds will stay still out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight, like I said, that chance of rain is there, but better chances further to the south of Muskegon with a low of 35. And then by Saturday, we'll be dry. We won't see any more rain showers by sunrise on Saturday. Temperatures will be cooler, though, back down into the 30s, but in the upper 30s, so still not that cold. And then we'll likely be getting close to 40 by the middle of next week with partly cloudy skies as well, until a chance of snow possibly for next Thursday, but even that doesn't look all too impressive. And that's your Friday and weekend forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon Channel, and I'm Cole Woods Weather, and have a great day today.